pronounce that name? Raisa. It's like it's an Indian name, isn't it? Seems all right. So it says Raisa invests 4 million. Can you pay attention? She invests 4 million rand into an account earning interest of 6% per annum, compounded annually. How much will her investment be worth at the end of 3 years? All right. So first thing, you need to know what's your A. That's the one you want to calculate because you want to know how much will the investment be worth after 3 years. Then the amount which was invested, 4 million. Just allow me to write it like that. Then your N is 3 years because the interest is compounded annually. Okay? So that will be 3 years. And your I is 6%. So that's 6%, which is 0.06. So this was an easy question. It's actually a grade 10 question. So A equal to P times 1 plus I raised to the power of n. Then P, that's 4 million times 1 plus 0.06 raised to the power of 3. And then what answer do you get?
4,764,064.
4,760,000.
764,000.
764,000.
064.
064. How many cents?
No sense.
Yeah, no sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Right. I hope you did the question. Now, please, you should not have any issues with a question like that. Okay? Because this is very, very easy. Do not have any issue with that. Okay? Your heartbeat should not increase because of a question like that. All right. Compounded annually. Sorry, monthly 7.21. She withdraws an allowance. So for 7.2.1, we use the present value. Why are we using the present value? Because we are treating the financial institution as the borrower. The lady is the investor. So she has to get an interest because she lends the money to the financial institution. All right. So we use the present value annuity. Right. What are we trying to calculate? We want to calculate the number of payments. Right? So let's substitute. Our P is 4 million. Our X is 30,000.
So,
yes.
Do you not charge interest? I mean, does the 4 million not gain interest over the 1 month?
The what?
So she starts withdrawing exactly 1 month after she deposits the money. So does the money not gain interest during the 1 month?
Okay. If you look at it from the perspective of the borrower, because if you look at it from the perspective of the borrower, that 1 month that you're talking about is the period between T0 and T1. Remember, we said T0, no payment is made. So the first payment is made at T1, which means we cannot use the compound interest formula in terms of the investor. But for the borrower here, it is actually like the bank is the one which is borrowing the 4 million. So when are they going to start paying back? In 1 month's time. That's why we don't have to use this P value together with the compound interest to get a new amount which includes interest. So 1 plus I, that's okay, it's still the same 6%. So that's 0.06 over 12. raised to the power of our n, right? Our n is the one we want to calculate, all over 0.06 over 12. Why are we using this formula? It's because we are treating the financial institution into which the money was invested as the borrower. So if you treat the financial institution as the borrower, that financial institution has to pay the investor or the lender a specific amount of money every month. Okay? So no payment is made at T0. The first payment is made at T1. By who? By the financial institution. Right, so if you simplify this, okay, let me go to the next page. I need someone to multiply the 4 million by 0.06 over 12. Whatever answer you get, you divide it by 30,000. Can you simplify that?
It's 2 over 3, sir.
So you get 2 over 3. Can you simplify what's inside the bracket?
201 over 200.
Huh?
201 over 200.
201 over 200 raised to the power of minus n. Then I'll take this to the left. So I'll end up, and I'll take that to the right. So I'll get 201 over 200 raised to the power of minus n in power 2. 1 minus 2 over 3 will give me a third. Now for this question, I'm going to take logarithms of both sides. If I do that, I'll get minus n log of 201 over 200 is equal to the logarithm of a third. How many of you are aware that the logarithm of a fraction is negative, like any number between 0 and 1? Do you know that? Yeah, so because when you are doing the calculation, if you are not aware of that, you might think maybe you are doing something wrong because there is a minus there. You see this minus here. Remember, n is a positive integer, or you can say n is a positive real number. So that n is going to be cancelled by the minus which is going to come out from this part. The logarithm of any number between 0 and 1 is negative. Okay? So when you simplify this, you end up getting minus n is equal to the logarithm of a third divided by the logarithm of 201 over 200. The logarithm of 201 over 200 is a positive number, but the logarithm of a third is a negative. So the negative that you get from here will cancel out with that negative coefficient of the n. It's very important for you to be aware of that. The logarithm of 0 is undefined. Okay, so what you get?
Negative 220,27.
So you get minus n equal to negative 220,27. Right. What was the question asking? How many withdrawals? Right? Because this number here, the numbers after, sorry, the first digit after the comma is less than 5. Round it down. So n is going to be equal to 220 payments. Okay? Right. Any question? Okay, don't worry, we are finishing now. So you get what here? 1. That's equal to 1 minus 201 over 200 raised to the power of minus 8. If you take this, if I take that, that whole thing there, I'll end up getting
0 is equal
I'll end up getting 201 over 200 raised to the power of minus n is equal to 0. Okay. Now, if you want to simplify this, okay, you obviously have to use logarithms. The base of the exponential is the base of the logarithm. There is no issue. So you end up getting this. You end up getting n. In fact, if I use my logarithm to be minus n, okay, let me change from exponential to logarithmic. This is my base, this is 0. So it will be, n is going to be equal to the logarithm, and it's minus n, logarithm of 0 to base of what? 201 over 200. Now, that is undefined. Okay? Undefined. Which means there is no value for n. What does that mean? It means the person can withdraw as much as possible. They can withdraw as much money as they want, or they can withdraw for as long as they want. Okay.